Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining me for our back to school night presentation. My name is Ms. Bowen. I have your son or daughter in health and phys ed class for the school year. Phys ed online it's interesting, I'll tell you. You'll see your kids doing some interesting things running around the house, but that's probably because we told them to. This is my 20th year of teaching. I think my 8th or 9th year at Blue Ridge. I actually attended Blue Ridge when I was in middle school, so that's always brings back some memories. I have 3 kids. 2 of them are at Valley. One's a senior and one is a sophomore, and then I have a daughter who's over at Colbert in 5th grade. So I wanted to kind of walk you through a couple of things tonight. This page here you're looking at is just kind of some informational stuff, my contact information, my email's up there. It's also on the Schoology page. Anytime you have questions or your student has questions, they can probably find all the answers in Schoology under our folder. These are some of the topics we'll be learning about this year. We're going to be doing a lot of fitness stuff. Gone are the days of basketball and football and frisbee golf, but we'll make the best of it this year and see what we can with fitness. We've already taught the kids about intensity levels, and we're talking about components of fitness this week, and heart rate. Next week we'll go into goal setting, and they'll start doing some of their fitness challenges. As far as the health stuff is concerned, we'll be talking a lot about mental health. We're also going to talk about disease prevention and nutrition. We will be having the counselors come in. They like to do some lessons sometimes on bullying or internet safety or other topics like that. So I'm going to take you over to the Schoology page so you can see how it's set up. Okay, so if your child clicks in their course, okay, these are all my courses. Let's say they're in 4th block. Okay, we'll click on that. Okay, at the top of the page is the Google Meet button. Okay, all they have to do is click on that green Google Meet. Sometimes these images aren't loading and you'll have just, it looks like a little white piece of paper up there. If they click on that white piece of paper, it should also still take them to the Meet. The link is still there. It's just the actual picture of the button that is not loading. But just in case that doesn't work, I also put the Google Meet link down here in our announcement column. Okay, so there's 2 ways they can get to our Google Meets every day. I don't think I've had any issues. Students seem to figure stuff out faster than I do. So in our Schoology page, we are in week 2 currently. So here's the folder. Okay, it says week 2. It has the dates on it. Last week's folder, which was 9/8 to 9/12, I believe. I put that in this. It says previous lessons. Okay, so as the week ends, I'm going to move these folders into previous lessons if they need to go back and look for something. I want to try to only keep 1 folder up here at a time so they don't have, a couple weeks from now, they don't have 5 or 6 folders to scroll through. So hopefully that will make it easier. If they click on week 2 or any week that they click on, they're going to be set up the same inside. They're going to have the day 1 materials. Okay, so for A-Day kids, that will be Tuesday. And then for B-Day kids, that would be Thursday. And then they'll have the day 2 materials. Each day is going to have the slide presentation. So these are the slides that I show them. Okay. It's also going to have the lesson video. So the night before each lesson, I pre-record myself teaching it. So if your student has internet issues or if they're absent, they're sick, they're on vacation, whatever the reason is, they can go back and look at that on their own time. This is just an example folder, obviously, but this is our heart rate folder. This is just some informational things, how to find their heart rate. There's a little video, their exit ticket, and their activity that they had to do for the day. So there's a lot of stuff in each folder that they can look at, that they can use to get any information they need. So the other thing I wanted to show you is what we call WellNet. WellNet, if they go into their LCPS Go account, they're going to look for this app, WELNET, WellNet. It's a blue circle with a W on it. This is where we keep all of our fitness scores. As teachers, that's what we record them in. All the teachers, if your kid has been in Loudoun County since 2nd grade, they can go back to 2nd grade and look at their old fitness scores in there. I'm going to show you what it looks like. When they click on the app, it should log them in automatically. And the page looks something like this. If LCPS Go is not working for some reason, they can type in the website that's up here, focusedfitness.org, and they can log in that way. They would just have to use their username, which is their ID number, and their password, which is their last name, and that should log them in. Okay, so this is what their student view will look like. And the reason I wanted to show you this was the kids are going to have two main grades, I would say, each 9 weeks. One is going to be their activity log, and one is going to be their pedometer logs. So every week, they're going to have to record two separate logs. The activity log, you can look under here, this one says activity log number 1, okay? This is their log they're going to use to log 5 days of physical activity out of the week. The logs will be assigned on a Tuesday, and then they're good until the following Monday. They're due the following Monday at midnight. So they can click on this activity log, and let's say they had, some of these kids are lucky enough to still have practice. Let's say they had baseball practice or swimming practice or something. They can log in to log their activity. We want them to try to get 60 minutes of activity 5 times a week. So when they click on the activity log, it takes them to a page that looks like this. It's pretty self-explanatory. All they would do is click add entry. They select the date. They put in, if they had an hour and a half of swimming class, then they would put 90 minutes. They can put the description. They can put swimming or whatever down here. And then they pick which component of fitness they think they use the most. And then they select which intensity level they think they got to. And then they just have to hit save at the bottom. The pedometer log looks similar. Let me go back here. So the pedometer log, you want to look down here in the white. That tells you what log it is. So this is the pedometer log. And again, they just select add entry. They select the date. And they put in how many steps they got, 5,260 steps. Okay, and then they hit save. They can go back a couple of days. I think it's at the most 3 days. So if they don't want to log it every single day, if they don't want to get on here, that's fine. They can just write it on a piece of paper and log the information for the last couple of days. As long as it's all in there by Monday, it doesn't matter to me when they do it. They know their schedule best. That's what I tell them. And they know how they can stay organized. Some of them, the best. So it's up to them to decide how they want to log it. The pedometers, there was one on the back to school list. I think it was $5.27 or something like that. So if they ordered one of those, perfect, great. We have about 100 and some kids who still do not have a pedometer. We're working our best. We have some at the school that we can let them borrow. They're going to be handing those out during picture days to the kids who said they have not gotten a pedometer yet. If they get one, they can just, drop that one back off at the school or just save it till the spring when we collect them. That's fine. If they have a Fitbit or something like that, they're more than welcome to use that. As long as it keeps track of their steps, it doesn't matter to me what device it is. Fitbit or Garmin or Apple Watch or just the pedometer they hook onto their belt. We do plan on using those. We're going to start recording these grades for the pedometer and activity logs next week. This week's kind of a practice run. We're going to let the kids try to all enter some stuff in, and it'll go in the grade book as a formative grade, which doesn't count against them. And then once we know everybody has pedometer, we'll start counting these logs next week. We will be using them for things. We're going to hope to do some sort of virtual races, where us PE teachers, we're all naturally competitive, and we like that's why we like being in the gym so much. So we want to add a little of that to the class as much as we can. So we'll try to do some sort of virtual races, or we'll see if we can, as a class, walk the whole Appalachian Trail or something like that. We're going to see what websites we can find. There's all sorts of stuff out there for us to use. So we're excited about that. I think that's all I had to show you guys. I will put this back up here, but I appreciate you taking the time to watch the video this evening. Please email me with any questions or concerns. I mean, the internet it is what it is. It's all we can do. My internet's not bad, but then I had 3 kids that are all on the internet at the same time. And, if I tell the kids, if I get bumped out, just sit tight for a minute, I'll try to get back on. If I can't get back on, I'll send them a message through Schoology and let them know that. Same thing goes for them. And they've been really good about that. If they get bumped off, they come back on and they put in the chat, I got bumped off, what did I miss? And we just go over things again. So we have that learning lab time, the second half of the block. That's when they'll do their big workout, probably 20, 30-minute workout. We're starting with 20. We'll work our way up to a 30-minute workout. But we are going to try to get them moving as much as we can. So if you see them watching a fitness video and they're not actually moving and doing the fitness on the video, you might want to encourage them to get up and do it, because they do turn their cameras off, which is fine. We didn't want to have to turn the cameras off, going into this year, but we have learned after 3 or 4 days already that when the kids' cameras are off, the streaming is a little better and a little quicker. So it makes it easier for everybody to watch the video. So just encourage them to move. We tell them anytime they have a break, just to shut that Chromebook and walk away from it, take a break, give their eyes a break, get outside and look at things far away to exercise those different muscles in their eyes. But I think that's all I have. So thanks again for joining me tonight. Again, here's my email. If you need to contact me, it's on the Schoology page. It's on the school website. And let me know if you have any questions or concerns. Thanks so much for all your support this year.